Hello students, myself Suresh VS. Welcome back to my channel. Let us continue the lesson, The Address, written by Margot Minka. So please take page number 11. So in the last class we discussed that Dolly, an old acquaintance of narrator's mother, became a frequent visitor of the narrator. And what did she do? Let us examine. Every time she leaves here, she takes something home with her, said my mother. So narrator's mother told to the narrator that every time she left her house or home, what did she do? She took something with her. She took all the table silver in one go. One go, that means at one time. So all the table silver, that is all the silver, spoons, etc., plates and all used in the dining table were taken at one time. And then the antique plates that hung there. Then she had next day or next time when she went from there, she took all the antique plates. The antique means ancient plates which were hanging on the wall. She had a trouble lugging those large vases. So while taking the flower pots, large vases, big flower pots, she had a great trouble. She was really dragging them. Lugging means dragging them. And I worried she got a crick on her back from the crockery. Then mother said that she doubted she might have got back pain or we can say sudden stiffness of muscles when she took those crockery, Chinese pots, because they were much heavier than any other objects. My mother shook her head pityingly. So by telling all this to mother, she shook her head pityingly because she was feeling pity on Darling because she thought that she was doing such a hard labor, such a hard work, such a favor for her. I would never have dared ask her. She suggested it to me herself. Actually, the narrator wanted to ask something to mother, but she did not have the courage to ask her. But mother herself suggested to her, or she even insisted. She even insisted or stressed the point and said, she wanted to save all my nice things. So why did she take all these things from narrator's home? So mother said that she wanted to save all her precious and valuable things. Okay? If we have to leave here, we shall lose everything, she says. So according to her, why Darling was taking away all their valuable articles. So she said that if they had to leave the place immediately, frightened of war, so they would lose all the things. So if we have to leave, so she said that if they had to leave the house or their place soon or at once, what will happen? They would lose all their things. So in order to save all these things, Darling was carrying it to her home. Have we agreed with her that she should keep everything I asked? Then narrator asked her mother, have we made an agreement with the woman that she should keep everything in safe custody and should give back when they come back? As if that is necessary, mother immediately got angry and shouted, is it necessary to do that? It would simply be an insult to talk her like that. And think about the risk she is running each time she goes out of her door with a full suitcase or bag. So have you ever thought about the risk that she has been taking? Each time while she was going out, she was carrying big suitcases or big boxes filled with our articles. Then if we ask her about the agreement, that would be an insult to her. Did you think about that? Mother got angry. My mother seemed to notice that I was not entirely convinced. Convinced means satisfied. Mother noticed that the narrator was really unsatisfied. She was not at all satisfied or convinced in mother's explanation. But she looked at me probingly, reprovingly. Reproving means in a rebuking way, or we can say that in a scolding way or sharp disappointment. So mother immediately looked at my face in a disapproval way. She was really angry. So the narrator understood that mother does not want to talk about anymore. So she stopped the topic there itself. So we spoke no more about it. Meanwhile, I had arrived at the station. She was thinking all these things and while walking to the station. By the time she arrived at the station and without paying much attention to things on the way. So on the way, she was not giving any attention to the things. Why? I was walking in familiar place again for the first time since the war. So after the war, you see that the narrator was walking through the, yes, very much familiar place. But I did not want to go further than was necessary. But she was not going to any other places. She was just walking straight to the station. Why was she not moving around there? Because she had come to that place after so many years. I did not want to upset myself. There was a reason. Because she did not want to upset herself by seeing the streets, houses, because all these things were full of memories. She was born and brought up there. So good memories or valuable memories, precious time she spent there, all these memories would come back to her. So she did not want to go any other places. So she walked straight to the train. In the train back, I saw Mrs. Darling in front of me again as I heard the first time I met her. So in the train, she started to think about her first meeting with the Darling, the woman. It was the morning after the day my mother had told me about her. So she thought it was the morning after the day mother had told about her new friend that she was carrying all the things from their house to keep under safe custody. I got up late and coming downstairs, I saw my mother about to see someone out. So that day, she got up late and coming downstairs, and then she saw a woman was moving towards the door, and my mother was, yes, accompanying her to the door. A woman with a broad back. She was a woman with a wide back because the narrator was able to see from backside. There is my daughter, said my mother. So immediately my mother said to her, see, there is my daughter. My daughter is there. She beckoned to me. She immediately made a gesture. Hi. She beckoned to me, made a gesture to me. The woman nodded and picked up the suitcase. Then she nodded. She shook her head up and down. And afterwards she took the suitcase which was where under the coat rack. Coat rack means coat stand. The suitcase which was under the coat rack that she took it immediately. She wore a brown coat and a shapeless hat. The narrator still remembers it. She was wearing a brown coat and also a shapeless hat. So while she was walking away, the narrator asked this question to her mother. Does she live far away? I seeing the difficulty she had going out of the house with the heavy case. So she was carrying the case or box with great difficulty. So after watching her difficulty of carrying the box, I asked my mother this question. Does she live far away? In Marconi Street. Then mother said this address. At Marconi Street, number 46. You remember that? Yes, I had remembered it. But I had waited a long time to go there. Initially after the liberation, I was absolutely not interested in all that stored stuff. And you see that, yes, the narrator remembered about the address, but immediately after the liberation, that means after getting freedom, she did not go there. She waited for a long time. Why? Why did she waited there for a long time? One reason was that she was scared of the things that had belonged to her mother, and that would remind her of a past, because she thought that the things that would remind with her mother would bring back those golden memories. And another thing, she was scared of the place and confronted with things that had belonged to a connection that no longer existed. And you see that her mother does not exist now. She is no longer exists. So those things would bring back the older memories, which here hidden away in cupboards. And now all those things were hidden in cupboards as well as in boxes. Until then, they are kept in proper place. They would not have any value. And you see that the narrator does not have such a house to keep. She is living in a small room now. And which had endured all those years because they were things. These things are endured. Endured means tolerate. All these years. Why? Because they were only the things. But gradually everything became more normal again. But you see that gradually everything became normal again, and the narrator was adjusted with the new condition, okay, the new circumstance. And bread was getting to be a lighter color, and the war was getting over slowly and slowly. And there was a bed you could sleep in unthreatened. At least she had a bed there to sleep without any fear, a room with a view of more used to glancing at it each day. At least a room is there, and she became very familiar with all the things there because she had only one room to spend her life. And one day I noticed I was curious about all the positions. So one day strangely it happened. She became very curious to know, very much curious to know about the things which were kept in the custody of Dolly, her mother's belongings. So she decided to go there and was curious about all the possession that must still be at that address. She thought that her mother's belongings will be there in that house, in that address with the Dolly. So I want to go and see them one more time, touch them, and also recall the memories associated with my mother, she thought. So she decided to visit Darling's house one more time. So she is going there second time. That we will discuss in the next video. Dear students, I hope all of you understood it very well. So please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thank you very much.